Hello and welcome to my weekly live talk show. I still don't really know what to call it, but if I haven't met you yet, hi, I'm Calvin, and today we're going to be talking about trust. But before I go into that, I'll just explain a little bit more of why I'm doing these weekly live shows. So basically, my New Year's resolution was/is to get better at communicating. And this is just one of the ways that I'm trying to, just get better at communicating, improve myself, grow, do those kind of good things. And yeah, I actually did my first episode, if you want to call it an episode, last week, but I did not realize that I couldn't access it in my archives, so it's just gone forever. But yeah, oh well, I guess this will be the new episode 1. But anyways, let's talk about trust. So trust, I think itself is a very large topic, but the reason why I want to talk about it, or at least a specific part of trust, is I feel like a lot of people are getting taken advantage of, especially when it comes down to business or, man, I don't know. I'm just gonna use an example. I'm gonna make up a name, Dave. All right. So I have this buddy Dave, who I've known for a long time, and Dave tends to trust people a little too quickly. And let me think of an example. Let's say Dave is an entrepreneur. All right, so Dave is an entrepreneur, and he's meeting new people. He's trying to make deals and stuff. And Dave is Christian, and when he meets new people, he's obviously really excited about his own faith. So he'll talk to other people about Christianity. Like other people he's doing business with, and the people that he does business with, sometimes they'll lie about being Christian themselves and then take advantage of Dave's trust. Now, obviously, the fault is kind of on the people who lie about things about themselves and use other people's interests to take advantage of them. So I definitely think the other person is at fault. But at the same time, Dave, come on, man, you got to be a little bit more wise with who you trust and why you choose to trust people, because anyone can say anything about themselves. Really, if you were just to meet a stranger off the street, they could claim to be a celebrity, they could claim to be some rich person, and you would literally have no proof. What makes it so different when you're going into a business transaction that you kind of let those barriers down? You got to be mindful of who you trust, and take everything with a grain of salt. Because even sometimes people like to exaggerate about themselves. Everyone kind of exaggerates here and there, especially when they're telling stories. So definitely take it with a grain of salt. Don't be too quick to trust people, and especially for let's just use women as an example too. Let's say you're a girl. You go out to a bar or you go out to some sort of social event, and you meet some guy there who's really dreamy or whatever. I want to believe in the goodness of people, but at the same time, people lie about themselves. Girl, if that guy starts saying that he's all of these great things, or he just starts agreeing with you a lot with your own interests, definitely take that with a grain of salt. Don't just accept it right off the bat. And really, I think it's a core problem because most people don't think that we would be lied to, if that makes sense. If I was to go out to the supermarket and I just meet a random stranger, I wouldn't expect myself to be lied to. It's just not at the top of your mind. But I think we really need to be mindful about who we interact with, the new people that we meet. I'm not trying to say you should be doubtful of every interaction you come in contact with, but definitely in circumstances where things are a little too convenient to be true. Actually, I think that's the main thing. If things seem too convenient to be true, that should send some red flags. Maybe it is true, maybe it's great, but it's always better to be cautious. Better to err on the side of cautiousness, because it's really just protecting yourselves, man. I'm just trying to look out for you all. Dave, by the way, this person's name is not Dave, but just for this example, please stop trusting people so quickly, because honestly, people are sinful. I'm a sinful man. Everyone's got sin, and it's so easy to lie, especially if you're just trying to navigate out of conversations. So everyone, just be mindful. I'm not saying like don't trust anyone ever. The great thing about not trusting people in the beginning is that you can take time to develop that relationship and see whether or not they are trustworthy. Because the more times that you interact with someone, I guess you could say like the truer their character becomes, if that makes sense. Like someone can lie once, but then like if you meet them a second, third, all the way down to like a seventh time, usually if they're lying about something, they'll like trip up, or they'll forget what they lied about, or their true character will like really shine. Well, I guess not shine, but their true character will appear. Let's not say shine. So yeah, before really trusting people, just get to know them. Like in any like whether it be like dating for like the girl scenario, or whether it be like in a business transaction, like because you really don't know who people are. Everyone comes from different backgrounds. Like maybe they have their own motive, like they're trying to get something. I mean, everyone wants something. So moral of the story, don't trust people right away, especially if like they say things that are really convenient. Like try not to get too caught up in the moment. Not to say that you shouldn't be excited or anything when stuff like that happens, but don't make any big life decisions when stuff like that happens. Yeah, just be wary, be mindful, be wary, be wise with who you trust, and wait till you really get to know other people before you start trusting them. Because like people also change. Like even if there's like a great friend that you have, for maybe like 5 years, and you completely trust them. Well, honestly, people change. Like life circumstances happen. Like maybe like they'll go through some sort of traumatic incident, and all of a sudden they'll be a different person. You just should always be mindful. And I guess if you flip that around too, try to be someone who is trustworthy. Like please, people, let's all be good people and be trustworthy citizens of this world. And the way you do that is you be consistent in your actions and be true to who you are, live by your convictions. Don't just agree to other stuff for, I don't know, whatever random reason, but do things because it's stuff that you enjoy doing, or it's stuff that you feel called to do, whether that be your jobs or hobbies. Like don't just like make up like random hobbies just to do them, and then try to make a bunch of friends and say like all of a sudden you love doing this thing when your original intent was just to meet friends. That was a little convoluted. I need to think of a better example. By the way, I don't have a script or anything. Like I'm just trying to talk and try to be cohesive. Yeah, this is live, man. I don't know. This is very different. This is very difficult for me. But side note, I am looking for feedback because I do want to get better at this. So if you do have any suggestions, like please message me, comment on things, because I'm trying to improve. Even if you have suggestions for the show, yes, I will gladly take any feedback and criticism because I kind of need it in order to get better. Yeah, I mean honestly, I feel like the topic of trust is really broad, but when it comes down to it, just be smart, man. Don't just take everything at face value. I mean that's why when it comes down to hiring, people who are referred by others who are already within the company, they tend to get the jobs because trust is such a difficult thing to find. Like anyone can put out a resume. Like I'm sure many people lie on their resumes. Like there's like no regulation, honestly. Well, okay, I mean maybe some. Like if you lie too much on your resume, people are going to find out and you'll get in trouble or whatever. But like this is why companies, businesses, they like to hire referrals, because someone that they already hired has established that relationship and therefore has established trust. So you should function like a business, or I don't know, you should function like an org. Like don't just trust people from what they say up front, but trust people after they've proven their character, after they've like really showed who they are. Because if you don't, then you'll just get taken advantage of, and I don't want you to get taken advantage of. So I feel like I'm going in circles now, and you know what? That's okay, because this is my second episode. Well, I guess first recorded episode. I'm gonna put these on YouTube, by the way, so I can really amass those dislikes and feel bad about myself until I start to get better at this. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this live stream and my attempts to talk about topics. I don't even know how long this was, but the goal is to be able to talk for like 30 minutes, which I know this is not 30 minutes, but that is the goal. One day I will get good at talking, and until then, please help me out by giving me feedback. If you want to find me on YouTube, if for some reason you want to find this episode on YouTube, you can just search Calvin Chu. I'll upload it in like a couple days. Yeah, I have other stuff on YouTube as well, but I think this will probably be like my main thing, because right now I've got like the photography stuff that I'm doing on the side, which is really fun. I just did a photo shoot with Savannah Moeller. I've got the daily vlog thing going, which thank you everyone who's been supporting me on that, you know, commenting and liking my videos every day. It's really nice. I appreciate it. And this is going to be my weekly live show. So I don't know if I'm always going to do it on Mondays. I know I did it last Monday and this Monday. But I also have grad school and I have class Monday nights. So like I got class in like 2 hours and I need to get dinner. So maybe not Mondays. But if you have a preferred date, like day of the week and a preferred time, please let me know. Because I have nothing to go off of right now. I'm literally just doing this to start doing this. That is my New Year's resolution, just to get good. For any of you who have a New Year's resolution and you want to do something, like if you want to get into content creation or anything, just do it. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for the circumstances to, or don't wait for the stars to align. I think just go ahead and start doing things, because honestly, like I'm kind of babbling right now, but in like 2 months, no one is going to remember this video. I mean, unless they want to stalk through old videos. But even like looking at my vlogs, like no one looks at my very first vlog ever. Even if you tried, you'd have to scroll so far. Yeah, don't worry about being perfect or appearing perfect. Just try things, and it's okay if you're bad at it. Like you can use this as an example. Like I think I'm not doing that great of a job right now, but at least I'm doing it. So if you do something and someone calls you out and says you're not that good, then you can just tell them, well, at least I'm better than Calvin Chu, and you can point them to this video. Yeah, anyways, I think I'm just gonna conclude the live show there. I gotta get food. I gotta get ready for class. Grad school, man. Alright. Take care, everyone. Send me messages and comments and all that good stuff, and I'll see you, I guess, next week. Or maybe earlier if you guys choose a different day and I feel like doing another live stream this week. So, peace.